Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. What a beautiful weekend. I am so glad it's not raining this weekend and we got to spend time outside. I mean, I did. I hope you guys all got to spend time outside as well. Because I spent so much time outside, my allergies are absolutely crazy today. And that's okay. We can handle that. You know, I was my own... Oh, man. I don't know if you can hear the squeaking, but I'm at home doing these today. And my cohorts are over on the couch. Milo, don't squeak that. Ugh. They're just trying to be helpful, and really, I can't blame them for wanting to be so helpful, but they're great. But I bet you wonder why I'm at home, and I bet you wonder why I have my hood up. I'm sitting on a sweatshirt in the corner of my living room. Well, I'm here to tell you why. This is the best vantage point of the first floor. I can see if anybody comes downstairs, up the sidewalk and in the front door, or out of the kitchen, right? Okay? And I'm feeling a little incognito if I need to. I've got my sunglasses if I feel like I really, kind of get myself freaked out. I'm okay. But we're in this corner, and we've got our hood up and our big sweatshirt on because this morning's fun facts are all about phobias. And I have a few phobias that I know of, and I know other people do too. So naturally, while I was researching this, I kind of freaked myself out a little bit. So this is just how we're responding. It's okay. We're doing great, but I wanted to share some phobias with you and what phobia means. Phobia is an extreme fear of or aversion to something or someone. Some people have phobias, like social phobias, where they can't go outside and deal with people. But phobia is different than fear, because fear is an emotional response to a real or perceived threat. Like when someone scares you or, sneaks up on you, you didn't know they were there. That's sort of like immediate feeling of fear. Or another feeling of fear is maybe if you see somebody almost fall off a bike, you're like, oh no, right? And you get a little scared for them. But that's different than phobia. It's similar, but phobia also brings in anxiety. And the anxiety that accompanies the fear is so strong and persistent that it interferes with your ability to function and your ability to live if you think that thing that you're afraid of is going to be around. So let's talk about phobias. The first one, I looked up like 5 of the most common phobias or 5 very common phobias, and the first one that popped up was arachnophobia, which is the fear of spiders. People with arachnophobia tend to feel really uneasy if they think that a particular place would have spiders in it. So they tend to avoid basements or attics or, behind the fridge or that desk that you use that you never move. There could be spiders harboring back there, right? So people with arachnophobia and phobias in general, I can confirm if somebody thinks that their fear is there, right? Like spiders, they tend to just avoid that area. It's the same with the next fun fact, which is fact number 2. Ophidiophobia is the fear of snakes. This is one of the most common phobias. Actually, when I was researching this, I saw that 1/3 of humans actually suffer from this ophidiophobia. And this is the specific fear, right, of snakes specifically versus like all reptiles. And I'm actually, this is kind of selfish and weird to say, but I'm really glad that 1/3 of humans suffer from this fear because it means I'm not alone, right? It means that other people are experiencing that same fear or anxiety that I have when I'm like go somewhere or I walk past, a ditch or something and there's tall grass and immediately I'm like, there's a snake in there. I can't. And so I like go way around sort of thing. Actually, when I was on tour with Poetry Alive, my friend Teddy, who was on tour with me, we shared a similar moment where we didn't sleep at all at the Airbnb we were at. We were in Florida and we didn't sleep at all because both of us kind of had that fear that there's a snake outside around this house. And we can do it. I can laugh at you. Can laugh at me if you see me. You can be like, haha, Robin. But I'm serious. I didn't sleep at all that night because I was like, oh my gosh, there's a snake here. I can't do it. It's a big snake and I can't sleep. And actually, I have a friend here in Cedar Falls whose roommate just got a pet snake, and I'm not sure I can go over to her house anymore. That one's gonna take a moment to work through in that regards. But also Indiana Jones has fears of snakes, so I mean, I guess, that's cool. They have to give us a fear of something. They, being the gods, have to give us a fear of something. Otherwise, would be too powerful, probably. All right, fact number 3 is aerophobia, which is the fear of flying. Some people can never get on a plane or even go to an airport because of their fear of being in a plane, off the ground, and not being in their safe zone, right? So they can't do it. They can't watch planes, that sort of thing. Aerophobia also means an irrational fear of fresh air or drafts of air, which is also really interesting to think about, because if you're on a plane, you're surrounded by fresh air or drafts of air, even though you're breathing the stale air of the airplane, right? But that's what that is. And that one makes my heart hurt, because I love flying, just like I know people love snakes. So my fear of snakes makes their hearts hurt. We have to support each other through this. We can do this. But fact number 4, not to be confused with aerophobia, is acrophobia. And acrophobia is the fear of heights. So they probably go hand in hand a little bit, but there are people who can never fly but are just fine climbing a ladder, right? But some people with acrophobia can't even do that. They can't climb a ladder because they also fear falling, which sometimes those go hand in hand as well. Not every case, but sometimes they go hand in hand. But it's that fear of being off the ground and not having that base that really kind of freaks people out. Oh, and so while we're on the subject of heights, fact number 5 is astrophobia, which is the fear of outer space. For some people, it's triggered by the thoughts of aliens, right? So they can't watch like the movie Alien or Predator or things like that, because it's that idea that there's this extraterrestrial life force coming. For other people, it's simply the stars, and not in knowing that you can see the stars and they're close enough to be seen, which means they're close enough to come to Earth, right? I feel like I should have put maybe a trigger warning on this video. I will go back and do that. Other people's astrophobia is triggered by black holes, or knowing that space is always changing and evolving, and we don't know everything that's out there, but we know that the sun is expanding and it's going to engulf the Earth in hundreds of millions of years and whatnot. So my thought for talking about phobias actually came from a conversation I had yesterday with some friends about like scary movies, because we were talking about, how fun would it be to do videos, I'm almost done. How fun would it be to do videos called like Robin Reacts, right? Because I don't do well with scary movies. I have a helper now. I don't do well with scary movies. So, like A Quiet Place really triggered that astrophobia for me, because we really don't know what's coming our way. But it's fine. We're all fine, and we're all going to be fine. And Jack is here to comfort me because he noticed that, we're a little stressed today. But that's okay. So this week at Three House, we have The Awakened Life, which will be offered tonight at 7 p.m. on Zoom and in the Three House backyard. And on Wednesday, we have worship at 9 p.m., also offered on Zoom and in the backyard of Three House. And every day at 2:10, we have Daily Dose of Dave, where he brings some wisdom and some words of comfort to us in these weird times. And hopefully today and this week, he's got words of comfort for you on how to deal with your fears, how to deal with phobias, and just so you all know, we're here for you. So if you have fears and phobias that you're dealing with, come find us out at Three House, and we'll help you work through those. But until we see you, be safe, be well, and know that you are loved. Take care of each other. Talk to you soon.